What's up, guys? It's Ivory. Some of my friends' Kim account once again. Hopefully that didn't do anything. So I'm gonna be doing a sanctuary guide. I was hoping they would start on a lower level, but they didn't. That's fine. So if you have a stage like this where there's no healer, and there's just a tank, the best person to use for this, if you don't want a chance of your DPS characters dying, use your healer or use a tank like Sengoku, because a tank like Sengoku, based off the skills he has, the damage reduction and the immunity that he gives to himself, he won't take as much damage, but the damage that he does as well, here's what can happen. It's either you're gonna go all 15 rounds and there's a chance he kills the person and wins, which happens because your ship, if your ship is good. Another thing you need to know in this mode is that ship is very important. Just, it doesn't matter which ship, as long as your ship is, show you, as long as your ship is high level, has a good amount of Jolly Rogers, and has a lot of damage, because it's gonna do that much, 18k. So if you're using a tank, my bad. So if I'm using a tank that his job is just to take damage and sit there, look pretty, my ship, if it goes 15 rounds, I believe ship hits at least every 2 rounds. So you do the math there, that 18k damage total ups to their full HP. Is it every 2 rounds? Yeah, every 2 rounds. And it's doing 18k damage. And it's hitting 14 times. No, I'm not about that. It's hitting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's what I meant. It's hitting 7 times. So your ship will hit 7 times for 18k damage. Well, his ship will hit for 18k damage. If you have a ship lower than that, your ship is still hitting. I'll let you guys watch it. 18k. Tank, because of his abilities, shields, and immunity, he barely takes damage. Now, from my experience, the only character that would damage Sengoku will be Jinbei. You from here, basically, for tank, basically what wins the games is your ship. And at the final round, my ship might attack again. So basically, that's how you win with having a tank like Sengoku. Now, if you wanna, there's many ways. There's another way you could do it if you don't have a Sengoku. If you have a Boa or Law, they're very great for this since they heal themselves. Now he might lose, but the great thing about Law is that he's really just made to stay alive and lower the enemy. Now what you can do is another tactic. Say I decide to use my Law. Oh, he wasn't supposed to win. So I decided to use Law in here. I see winning now. Well, okay, I'll just explain this. So I decided to use Law and he didn't win, right? Well, what I would do is I would grab somebody like Mihawk and say, okay, Mihawk, fight them. Or even a character like Chopper, to beat healers like Chopper and Crocus. Only those two healers, to beat characters like them. It's better to have a strong DPS character that can just eliminate them, like Zoro, or you have somebody like Ray, because Rayleigh bans their healing, and Chopper, I believe, for 2 rounds he does consistent healing, and then he does a basic attack, then he goes back to the same pattern. So Chopper, most of his play is based on healing. He will rarely attack. But let's go through this until we get to a stage that's harder. Not buying anything, just gotta claim everything. Like this stage is probably the easiest. Okay, see, if my Sengoku loses that match, right? Well, here's on the bright side. If I don't feel like using him again, I can just use somebody like this to guarantee the win. Even though I knew my Sengoku could have got that win, but you know, sometimes you gotta play on the safe side. Like if it's a Marco, you just use Sengoku to get him low, and then you use a DPS character. Because not everybody's gonna have a strong, strong team like this. So that's one tactic. Use your support or your tank to lower them, then use your DPS to kill them. You don't have to use your DPS at the start, because if your DPS dies, then you're relying on your support and your tank to carry you. And only a few tank and supports can actually carry you that far. I hate that I had to claim all this. I wish it was like a sweep. Alright, we're on Marco. Actually, no, I think we'll be able to beat Marco. The only thing about Marco in this mode that you need to be worried about is never put your DPS on Marco, because he revives. Marco reviving himself is very crucial. Now see, I could take the risk of putting Zoro on Sengoku here, but personally, I don't think that's a smart decision. Even though the Zoros, you know, stronger than him, bounty-wise, y'all just saw what Sengoku can do. Sengoku plays the longer game. So, here's what you can do if you don't feel like wasting time. Just go here, poison. I wouldn't poison the boss. I believe you can get Marco lower. I can get him lower than this. Because Marco's healing is, his healing ability isn't really, his damage he does as well isn't high. His healing ability and revive is what makes him a tough boss. Once you do that, switch to a DPS character that should kill him fast. Even if he revives, Zoro still does damage. So Zoro, Rayleigh are the two that I know are best for this. I haven't tried Mihawk yet. I just got him on my team recently. Revives, because if Zoro kills him, Zoro's gonna get his HP back. So all this damage Zoro is taking isn't really gonna matter at the end of the day. He gets his full HP back. But the thing about Marco is that he just keeps reviving and reviving and reviving, and you have to kill him. So I'll show you guys what I meant by Sengoku can only take you so far. Wow, this Sengoku's stronger than mine. Well, here's another thing you have to know. Characters like Jinbei, Zoro, and Whitebeard, there are those characters that can definitely kill your tank. So you have to realize, even though your tank is strong, you still gotta watch out for those characters. Okay. Also, I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. I've been releasing longer videos. So, do the same thing. Go for damage. Watch this. Heals 20k. His next attack is gonna be a heal. Just to show you guys his pattern. He's gonna heal again. Oh, he heals 3 times. Okay. Now he does a basic attack. The thing about this is Zoro needs to do more damage than him to beat him. But you see he heals for 20k like 3 times continuously. So that's a pattern to do sometimes. Somebody's calling me, so I'm gonna have to speed this up. Alright. I might actually be able to get so high floor on his account. I think I was on floor 27. I was on floor 27 on mine. Yeah. Because this Jinbei killed my Sengoku actually, which is crazy. He killed my Law too. See, Jinbei's really the only person. And if I was to put him against Whitebeard, which I don't feel like doing just for the sake of he might lose. But let's see what happens. Oh, okay, never mind. Because Jinbei's more of a threat than Whitebeard. Jimmy Raw's damage is just insane. But if there was gonna be a Sanctuary tier list, Sengoku would probably definitely be one of the best characters to have in Sanctuary. He can take you through so many stages just off his ability, and once he's 10-star, he's gonna be insane. It's just gonna be crazy. Really is the best tank in the game right now. And even though he doesn't have the best attacks, his attacks that he do still count for something. You can really go so high in Sanctuary with only basically just these type of strategies. And also the ruins or okay, characters like Law, just skip him. You're not gonna be able to beat him. His healing is too great. Cause I don't think Zoro's gonna out damage his healing. So characters like Law, just skip him. Marco, you don't have to skip, because the only thing he has on him is his revive. His healing isn't as great. His damage he does isn't strong. It's just the constant revives that become a pain in the ass. But sometimes what I like to do, save these characters till I get to a higher stage. Characters that I know could die faster, and use my stronger characters at the start. That way, once I start getting to characters that I can't beat, I just use this character to lower their HP. Then I switch over to my strongest and fight them. So that's another tactic you could do for Sanctuary. So that's the thing when you're building a team. If you're in Sanctuary and you have a 2 support team, because if your main team is 2 support, that works in some PV players versus player events. I mean PvE. It works in some player versus events, because those 2 supports, you can have one that boosts and one that's a primary healer. But when it comes to Sanctuary, I'm beating this guy. But when it comes to Sanctuary, you're gonna have to understand that what's gonna be important is having either a Boa or Law, because of what they can do. If you have both of them, that's great, 100%. But having an Ivanka in here, Ivanka, wouldn't really be ideal, because she needs a team around her to be successful. She's not a 1v1 character. Vivi, haven't used her, so I can't really say. The new support character, she's strictly healing, nothing else, legit nothing else. Strictly healing and buffs. But like, yeah, that's the thing, when you're building your team, there can be stuff you have to think about. Do I want to build a team to strictly be able to pass PvP so I can be better in arena, or do I want to be able to do events? Well, my personal goal for myself is events would take me further than beating people in arena would. That's just glory, you know. So when you're looking at a team, when you're looking at your team and you're thinking, okay, what's so good about this person and that person, you have to think, well, when it comes to 1v1 situations, how does this skill align, you know? So that's another thing to look at. That's another thing that makes events like this easier, and also ruins you put on yourself. You'll think, well, my character's a support, so he doesn't need damage reduction, he doesn't need shield guarantee. But you have to think, even on the support, if I get a ruin healing 20%, yeah, I'll put that ruin on. But for my second ruin, I'm gonna look for something like damage reduction, maybe attack bonus, you know. And Hakai's for support. You know, let me see. Let me beat this real quick, and I'll show you guys some Hakai's. Haki, my bad. I don't know, I keep saying Hakai's. Haki. I think, I don't know, there's a way to view it. You know, I think, well, I'm a support character. This is what they're saying is good. Speed can go on a DPS character. Somebody like Zoro that needs to be fast for his move to do more damage works. Somebody like Ray, somebody like Rayleigh that needs to be fast for him to do more damage as well. Also, speed works. So you have to think, you have to look at the character abilities. Because if I'm thinking, well, he's just a DPS, so I want him to have ignore targets defense. Like, that's good, but somebody like Whitebeard that already does that, and if I stack this, now if I put this on Whitebeard, you have to think, it stacks. So Whitebeard gets that 30%, and I'll give him more 30% to ignore target defense. That's 60%. So you have to think about this. How does the Haki I gave him goes to his innate ability? So that's how I look at it when I'm trying to decide which Haki. So if I'm looking at my Zoro right now, well, he has his attack, which is good. That's perfect for Zoro. You know, and then if I'm looking at this, he has extra damage. Well, if I was to switch Mihawks, I will look at his skills and I would think, Actually, hold up. Let me look at this. Unit attack, extra damage. That's at the start of the battle. Deal damage. He's debuffing and buffing. He doesn't. Ignores the target's defense by 50. That's what I will put on him, because this extra damage right here only lasts at the start, and Mihawk is more of a mid battle character with him starting, because once he does his second skill, which should be at the second turn, you know, he's gonna get more damage already. So this extra damage I'm giving to him is only temporary, because he's gonna get his own, and he's ignoring defense once he does that attack. If I give him more ignore defense on that, no, that's one way I'm looking at it, and that also comes into play when you're doing events like Sanctuary. There are ruins and Hakis you're putting on them. So I've not been getting questions. Oh shoot, stage 30 is hard. I never got here. Hold on. Oh, she's okay. Yeah, I'm not dealing with it. Yeah, we don't have anybody to deal with her. Okay, now we're gonna start using Zoro more. Alright, this is where I say just use those. Actually stunned him. Definitely gonna lose. Damn, he died. Oh yeah, this stage is hard. Okay, I didn't think they'll get this strong on this stage. So this is what I have to think, is it worth it? Because if I kill Marco and I end up facing a Law next stage, then I'm definitely stuck. Alright, we're just gonna see. We're just gonna take that risk. Now see, here's the thing. This is where you start using Law more. Because if their healers are giving me trouble, my healer's gonna give them trouble as well. I don't know if Marco's good for this. I actually had him, because I just think, is he really good? Just revive and stuff. I think maybe a maxed out Marco would be good, but if you're using like an early game Marco, I feel like Jinbei's gonna kill Sengoku. I know Jinbei's gonna kill Law, because he does more damage than I do heal. Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, I knew he was gonna kill him. See, I don't want Law to die now. Yeah, we're gonna see. Look at the damage he does, because he's such a. Jinbei's also very good for this, because he stacks his own damage. It's like the damage he does is so much, and Law barely does any. Just the healing he does is outweighing the damage. I'm actually getting lucky here. He's missing a lot. So it's the same thing like Sengoku. He won't do much damage, but definitely ship carries. So that's another thing you guys need to definitely remember. Ship is effective in arena. Ship is effective everywhere. Ship gives you a lot of bounty boost. I think he's gonna win this. He lost. Oh my god. He's gonna win this one for sure. Okay. I could have just used Zoro there, huh? Let's see if I can lower him more to 0. Okay. Actually, I want to see how Mihawk does in this. I mean, the extra damage isn't bad. It's okay, but I can get a ruin that does extra damage. You know. I can also get a ruin that ignore. I don't know. I never got a ruin that does that. No defense. I don't think anybody's gonna beat Law on this stage. But yeah, basically, what I was saying, you know, use Law, get them low. Use somebody like, God, Mihawk, he almost died. Oh, he died. Fuck. Oh, he heals as he attacks. That makes sense. Look at New Usopp. What a god. He does way more than doing that much damage and healing. No, I'm not winning that. I think this is where the video ends, guys. I think this is where the video ends. I mean, there's just so much different in the bounty that I have and what they have. I want to see what this guy's team was when he beat him. Whitebeard. What was this guy's team when he beat him? Whitebeard. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about the bounties, the guards, and I have, and they just do way more damage. At the end of the day, and then I missed out. I'm gonna lose that. GG's. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Join the Discord. I'm gonna put it at the bottom as well. I would like to thank my friend Kim for letting me use his account to make this video. He definitely got higher than my account did. Anyway, thanks for the many likes and many views on the previous videos, and I hope y'all like this one as well. I'm out.